Strike up. Hey, bitch, I rolled up, pulled up to the spot and then I scrolled up. Hey, drinking moonshine when I pull up. Yeah, I'm still on the grind, never slowed up. Cause I got up off my ass and got this cake up. Northside Himalayas, hanging with the players. And I'm making plays, bro, cause niggas better wake up. I'm a check chaser, work to midnight. They go hoodie with the laser. Dog, once I do my thing, but
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Clue the motherfucking Don, and we in here with the first episode of the year 2022 Country Fan Mail Podcast. And as you see, I got the homie on here, Cuzo Key. Say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, folks? What's going on with y'all? God damn it, man.
Yes, sir. We in here, man. And as y'all heard, man, coming into the thing, man, as I was telling them before we even started recording, man, all your stuff, man, instant bops, bro. No, there wasn't a track that I really didn't find myself bopping to. And that says a lot, you know what I'm saying, for real, man. So big ups to you, for sure.
I appreciate that a whole lot. That means a lot. It really do. Thank you.
Already, man. Yeah. And keeping that going, man. Yeah, I want to say again, thank you for coming on to the show. And also big ups to Skinny J for putting me on, man. He was just like, listen to the boy. And it's been a constant move since then, you know what I'm saying? West Side homie over there. But yeah, man. So with that saying, yes, sir. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. So a few questions I had to ask, man, because like I said, Skinny J put me on to your music, you know what I'm saying? So I listen, I dissect shit. So I just had some questions, man. So Himalayan player, man. What is that? What does that mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? What is that collective? Is it a group? Is it a saying? Is it what's going on?
Himalayan player, I guess it was something that stuck with me for a while. I believe I first heard it on Martin. What's the play I forgot the dude here. The no good nigga.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I forgot bro name. But I believe I heard him say it first. I'm just a player from the Himalaya, and that just shit just like kind of stuck with me since I first heard it. And like I'm trying to like mold myself being that type of person, thinking like what it was, just like a surface level of it. And I started like diving into like really what a player was. And then it was just like really just you being your genuine self.
For sure. And
so go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought it was, I was thinking also it was like a playoff of you being from Northside Charlotte as well, like the Himalayas. I think of it like up top where it's cold. Boom. Yeah.
Boom. That's what I was gonna lead to after that. Yeah. That all of that, just being a genuine person, me being a North Side, literally from like North Charlotte to North Mecklenburg. Like the whole North is all me.
For sure.
I'm just North Side all the way around. So like, yeah, the Himalayan mountains is actually on the north side of India, I believe. All that shit just kind of correlates. So it kind of makes sense.
Oh no, it definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense, and definitely, you know what I'm saying, it caught my attention because and this is one thing I think I was telling I was talking to Kobe Hines, and I was talking to somebody else about it too, but I'm from Charlotte, but I left Charlotte at a young age. I left Charlotte around like 2008 and went to Virginia, graduated, then I went off to the military. So I've been pretty much removed from Charlotte for a long time. So when it came to the hip hop scene and everything blowing up, I came on to a lot of people hella late. Like even people like Elevator J, I didn't hear about him until hella late. And I was like, damn, like I've been sleeping, but I realized like, no, I just wasn't sleeping. I was just displaced. Now I'm trying to get back to it. Cool. I moved with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but you know what I'm saying? With saying that, it's like, all you usually hear about is West Side, East Side, or even South Side. So, so I hear, so to hear something popping on the North Side, at least for me, it, saying I think it brought everything together. Cause I feel like Charlotte is such a place that has so much to offer. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. I'm glad that you say that as well. I've been lately been like a North Charlotte advocate on the rap scene side of just trying to push like that narrative, like, yo, we got shit too, because like you said, it's shit jumping off in the west, it's shit jumping off in the east. Hell, it's a few south side niggas getting going crazy. So with me being from North Charlotte, of course, I got to put on. I have no choice but to put on every song I get a chance. I get to say it. Northside.
Yeah.
Every time, every content I get to be on, I'm gonna say it to the loudest fucking volume I can get to. So yeah.
And how is that when you're maneuvering through, I guess through that through the artist world? Cause I feel like there's a world that only artists understand, like especially when y'all are around each other and y'all are in that, in that industry. So it's like, how is that maneuvering around that space with other Charlotte artists?
It's different because I'm still, to be honest, I'm still new to the scene. Like I probably like just started getting my name jumping probably like 2 years ago.
Okay.
As to where everybody been here like 5, 10, 15 years plus. And
that was with the Neonic project, right?
Yeah, that's when I started with Neonic, like my first Neonic, that's when it was like, okay, we hear you doing music, but that's like they're not really taking it serious because I'm not showing like my professional side of it. It's like I'm just doing music. Like here's a song, here's that. Like then I went to Neonic 2 as to where now I done found my niche, I found my sound, but I'm still trying to figure it out.
For sure.
Now I got the Neonic 3, I got it all figured out. Now it's like, okay, now we can take you serious because you actually took the extra step that you're supposed to take from the first go around and put it here. And now I got more knowledge, more game about all that shit. And it just feels better now because, like I just said, I know more now and I know how to maneuver.
Yeah.
Know who to deal with, who not to deal with, stuff like that. So.
And I feel like it's probably better to go through that process versus coming into it, having it all versus, versus building it up brick by brick, Because that's what it seemed like you were explaining. You just kind of had to brick it by brick all the way up there, which, anybody can appreciate and respect for real.
Yeah, because at that same notice, I feel like if you come in just like head on, you got to be that from here on out. Like if you come in fire, everything else you got to be fired. Not saying like folks start off ass and then get fired. It's just like it's an expectation when it's people like your first impression is everything. So
for sure,
you gotta keep going after that. You don't want to go high and then go low.
That's facts. So with the Neonic process or with the projects, the series actually, I'll say that was like I said, that was something else that caught my eye because any artist that have a series is just like I love diving into them because I love seeing the progression one, and then I also just like trying to figure out what the fuck it means. So with that, like, what is Neonic? What I'm saying? Like, what does Neonic mean? And like what's your process every time you go into the studio with those?
So Neonic is just my name backwards.
I ain't even thinking about that shit. All right.
Yeah, Neonic is my name backwards. My real name is Keenan. It's Kenion. And I was at the time, I was trying to think of something creative, and I felt like I was just starting my creative process with everything. Well, of course, in school, I was the nigga that I was beating on the table with the pencils and shit.
Yeah.
I was that nigga. Yeah. I was doing the grinding beats and all type of shit. I was that guy.
Oh man, yes sir.
So I wasn't really a rapper. I wasn't a rap, like I didn't rap like that.
Yeah.
But I did that, and my homeboy who had passed, he was the rapper. And a few other guys was rapping. So I felt like I was a producer, but I never have gotten any boards or laptops because I ain't never got my hands on any type of fucking material that I needed to make beats.
Okay.
So my homeboy had passed in 2010 and he was rapping, and they always used to say we was good and shit. But I need everybody tell you anything.
Yeah.
That's how I felt at the time anyway. But I don't know, something just told me to just keep rapping. I guess because he had passed and I felt so much after he had passed. I guess it was that. And then I tried the project because I seen one of my homeboys do it, and I was like, and I'm one of them guys shit, nigga, if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Like anybody you put your mind to, you can do whatever you want to do. So I was like, fuck it, this is a cool thing to do. Let me try it out. Tried it out. And like I said, I didn't really have a creative process for it. It really wasn't too much science. I was just like, shit, what the fuck can I name it? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I was gonna do it just Keenan.
Yeah.
But then it kind of just sounded bland at first. And I used to shoot myself in the foot with second guessing and shit. So I'll be
We all
like,
do
damn.
it. We all do it.
And at that time, this is like 2012,
Okay.
2013.
Who was popping at that time for you?
I guess at that time I had just heard that ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
I just heard that. I was always into Currency. Currency was my number one guy since 08.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
That's my fucking top of the line, top shelf liquor, whatever, anything
For sure.
fucking call
For
it.
sure.
He's that for me.
He that
At
type
the
of lyricist.
time, yes. The only lyricist that caught my eye, I don't know why, but I would say it was like ASAP Rocky, 3-6, a little bit of UGK. I was doing a little bit of Houston shit.
All right. I can hear the inspiration
Paul Wall, Mike Jones. Mike Jones was kind of still ringing a little bit.
Yeah.
For some reason. I wasn't really into underground like that much, but it was just like that right there because I was finding my type of music I like. I was trying to get out of the whole Gucci Jeezy era. Like, that's all I had. That's all I was surrounded by, and that's all I wanted to listen to. But I was like, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to find myself and shit. So I'm like, what do I really like?
Yeah.
And it was like into like that player shit, that cool shit, car music type shit.
That chill shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's definitely the whole vibe that I get from all your music, you know what I'm saying? And that's like that's when I listen to most of my music. You know, I listen to music at home and everything, but usually when I'm driving around or when I'm at the gym or something, that's when I'm gonna get my real good listens in. So yeah, when I was pulling around, I think the first track that came on was Champagne and Whiskey. Is that so when I was just like, okay. All right, hold on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And that played in. I was just like, all right, so let me just make sure, you know, because I'm be honest, like I'm a critic, right? So I was like, let me make sure this ain't no fluke, man. So then I put on Tobacco Reefer, and that's when it just took off for me. And I think that's when I hit you up, and I was just like, yo, this like, because this first thing I thought about was I think it was Up by Wiz Khalifa. It was either that or
okay,
It put me in that mindset, and I was just like, man, I just need to go home, roll up right now, because like, but that shit is fucking fire, man. Yeah, and like, and literally, I just kept diving and kept diving, and it made me really want to go back into your older shit. You know, I went back into what was you in a Space Dad, the track that Universal Player.
Yeah, that was the album we did.
Yeah,
and that me and Fields,
Yes, sir. That man, I think that one track, I can't think of the name of it, but it was with the Anita Baker sample. That one had me tripping out. It's not Ride. It's not Ride with a Pimp. It's not Follow a Pimp. It's I have to look it up.
Yeah. I can't even remember myself, but that's the thing about making music, man. Either you like when you make so much music or you write so much music, you end up forgetting your own shit.
Yeah. How much unreleased how much unreleased stuff do you think you have just like, you know, in the vault?
Right now, I'm sitting on 4 projects.
Okay.
One project is like 3 records though.
Got you.
Another project is like 4. I got a 6 record project. I will say this: I do have 2 collab tapes.
So they kind of like in the process type.
Most of the records are done. But it still got some more process as far as recording. That's pretty much it. We really wouldn't worry about too much the videos. Well, of course, videos, but as far as like having product ready to give, the music side to be there. Then we pretty much let the fans choose what they like.
Okay.
And then we go from like what music videos to shoot.
Okay, that was definitely gonna be my next question because I remember I was listening to an interview with I want to say it was Wale, and he was saying that he had a project lined up. I want to say he said he had Florin 2 or 3, whatever the one he just had lined up to release.
2.
Yeah, he had that one lined up or pretty much done, and then everything started happening the year prior, 2020. So that's when he released Wow, That's Crazy. Oh, the 2019,
okay.
I want to say. So he decided to release that instead because he said it made more sense with the time. So he was like, he kind of just shuffled around his project. So my next question was going to be like kind of what is the decision process when you're trying to figure out, what do I release? It's like, I know, because I guess certain projects had different feels, or do you think they all kind of pretty consistent?
All these projects, they have their seasons to them.
Okay.
It's always and it's really depending on like what you want to do with that project. Like, do you want to just put a project out, or do you want to put a project out and have it like being taken by a certain way? Like, you really want people to understand it how you want them to understand it, instead of just I'm dropping music, here y'all go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you could lose artists. I mean, you could lose listeners like that.
Like, and it's like it's a algorithm with it as well.
Okay.
You like I said, you don't want to start off hot and then come down to some shit because you just like throwing music out.
For sure.
But now you're throwing off the rhythm of like your style, and people want you to be. They want you to be creative. They want you to be in all these spots, but they still want you to be you.
For sure. And it's kind of like, it's almost like it's an unfair expectation.
Yeah. Like you put yourself out there, but then you still let them decide what you do next, because they're responding to you. They're the ones who's spending money with you. So of course they're gonna want you. Okay, then that shit fire. But then maybe they might have some type of comment or whatever, and it's cool because everybody don't like everything. So
yeah,
it is what it is. But it's just like staying focused with what you want to paint yourself as, because it can be taken a different way by them folks.
Yeah.
And you'll get lost in the sauce. They want you to do so much, and you ain't doing what you were supposed to be doing.
And you just end up messing up everything.
Folks, now you gotta do some stupid ass stunt, keep the clout up, or this bunch of crazy shit. That's why I chose the lane as far as like chill, cool shit. You can't do no more, no less with that. I done street shit, but like everybody is glorifying street shit.
When you're on a different way, you're gonna look different for sure.
Yeah.
Already. Okay. I got one more question about the music. I'm gonna kind of switch gears a little bit, but what was my question actually that I had? Oh man, because you said a lot right there, man. Damn. So yeah,
I get the rambling off, bro.
It's all good.
I get the rambling off. I'm an old soul. I like to, we can have fun at the same time. It gotta be some real shit thrown up in there. I like to learn. I like to teach and be learned at the same time.
If a conversation ain't putting me on something, man, I feel like it's just a waste of my time, honestly. So I feel that 100%, man. And I found out my question. I think what I was gonna ask is, how do you feel? I guess I ain't gonna say versus, but how do you feel about being signed versus staying independent? Kind of like pros and cons on either side of those.
I would say the general answer will be that it all depends on what you want your career to be, or it all depends on where you want to end up at. It all depends. Do you want to put in a lot of work, or do you want somebody to do it for you? Do you want to be big, or do you just want to have some bread? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either way, you can still get rich.
For sure.
Like, one way might be a little longer than the other.
Yeah.
in one way might be a little bit more dependent than the other. But at the end of the day, if you do it how you're supposed to do it, you're gonna end up rich. That's the goal for you.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I would rather be independent so I can move how I want to move. Bottom line, that's pretty much how it is. Like that's
For sure.
it.
Yeah.
I just want to move how I want to move. I don't shy away from being told what to do because I'm not perfect and I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to a point where I feel like I'm being forced, then I'll lash back and I've been to fuck the money up. Then like so.
I mean, because it's kind of like,
do,
I mean, it's your nature, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, depending on how you know, who you are, how you came up, whatever the situation is, you know, there's only so far you can be pushed. And I think that that's been kind of a hot topic that I've been hearing with a lot of different you know, as a podcast host, you know, I watch a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of interviews and shit like that. And that's been a hot topic as far as that signed versus unsigned thing, or independent. I ain't gonna say unsigned, I'll say independent. I think even with these labels, they've been even understanding, like, even if we sign you, we got to make sure that we got to do you right, because you can just do this shit by yourself and be independent. I think Russ was saying that actually. You know, Russ is one of the bigger independent artists, and he's about to sign people, and he was just like, but when I sign people, it's like, I'm just gonna provide you the resources. You're gonna be able to do everything created. You know, of course, that's how, you know, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it happens like that.
Good.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully it happens like that. But I think these labels, you know, hopefully if they ain't done it already, they don't wise up to realize that, you know, niggas out here, they
don't already realize. That's why they're trying to that's why they throw those 360 deals at them. They don't already realize, like, damn, he fired.
Mm-hmm.
But if we catch him while he dumb as a brick, we can take that. We can catch him before he learned how to be independent.
And that's what I'm really hoping, that, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of these opportunities to get people to get wise up on that shit. And I think I shouted them out in the last interview, but shout out to DJ Chuck T. Every time I see him putting shit out there, you know, he's promoting and putting a lot of people on game, and at least, you know, giving people the resources to do whatever they're gonna do with it. So definitely shout out to that. But yeah, transitioning off of music, man. Just talking about the city, man. Like I said, you know, from the north side, from the west side, man. Like, how was it, you know what I'm saying, coming up? I think did you say you went to North Meck, Providence?
I went to North Meck.
You went to North Meck, where? Okay, yeah, I went to West Meck.
Word. Okay, so yeah, well, I stayed in North Charlotte. I was staying in North Charlotte so I was about 10. Then I moved to Davidson up here with my folks. And I stayed up here until I graduated. Then I moved back to North Charlotte. Stayed down there to about 2015. Came back to Davidson. Came back to North Charlotte. Came back to Davidson. And I've been there my whole life.
Yeah.
I've been down 77. I 77. I know that shot at the back of my hand.
Word. And you, I mean, it's always been like a, you know, you ain't never wanted to leave the city, you know what I'm saying? You just like, fuck it, why not?
I never really wanted to stray. I didn't want to stray too far from the city. Because it's North Carolina. North Carolina got bumfuck counties everywhere. If it's not Charlotte, Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, you're gonna be in a bumfuck Fayetteville, Winston-Salem. Like, if it's not none of them cities, you're in somewhere where you're supposed to be at, especially
Exactly.
So I don't want, and I don't like staying too far from somewhere. I don't like to drive 3, 4, 5 miles just to go to the gas station.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make. I like the country, but that doesn't make sense. Like, so Davidson, with Davidson being on the outside of Charlotte, but still being in Mecklenburg County, it still gives me like
that connection,
a taste. Yeah, like a connection. But with it being in Davidson and they building shit, it gives you like a little taste because like you're like 15 minutes away from the city still. So.
And how was that reach out? Because like I feel like every time I come back to the city, because like So I used to live off so I lived a few different places, Mount Holly, Huntersville area.
West side,
So
northwest side.
yeah. So when I went back over that way for the first time in like, I don't know, I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 years. For one, I'm whipping around with my lady at the time, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you through my old hood. I got lost. And I was just like, I felt like, am I even from this city? Like, cause I couldn't even figure out what the fuck I was. I was over an overpass, like Brookshire had an overpass. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I ain't know nothing. So it really fucked me up. Like, how I feel like every time I come back to the city, there's always something, this crazy development. Like, how does that feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I said, I left for a while. So coming back is everything's new to me. With you being there, you know what I'm saying? How did that feel seeing it happen?
It's like it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet because we're losing landmarks.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we lost Eastland Mall, we still talk about Eastland Mall.
Eastland Mall, yes sir. Freedom Mall, shout out
Like,
1500 West Boulevard, all that, man.
come on, like when we lose landmarks, like it hits home for real because that's we grew up, that's all we knew.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we knowing that the city is growing and a lot of that stuff does get old. It takes money to get rebuilt, refurbished, all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
the same amount of money it takes to get it back fixed is the same amount of money it takes to build it.
And I feel like, and
And
that's what's crazy about Eastland Mall. I feel like with the same effort that they put in to build a North Lake, they should have just went ahead and shut down Eastland Mall for a little bit, rebuilt it. You had the ice rink there, but that's Eastland Mall is a staple, man. We needed Blue Kiss back. Shout out to Blue Kiss.
Shout out, big shout out.
But yeah, man. But yeah, man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But yeah, man, it's just crazy seeing that, man, seeing that development. I saw like they shut down Chicken Coop, like not shut down, but they decided to close the doors.
They bought them out.
They bought them out. That's what happened.
That's what pretty much what happened. They bought their ass out. However, it's sad. Staple is gone. Like,
yeah,
our kids won't know about this shit.
all they do is hear about it. Like all they do is hear about it. Like
it's a myth.
Trade winds is a legend. Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Even the joint that was off of it was all the way down. It was going down Eastland, past Eastland. I think you're on Eastway. You're on Eastway when you going straight down Eastway, and then there was another skating rink that was down there.
You ain't talking about Cases.
I think it is Case, not the one off of Independence though. It was
but Case was somewhere before there.
So yeah, so I think we're talking about the same one.
You talking about Starlight?
It might be Starlight. You know what? I know it was the same guy who used to check you in. He used to give you skates. He was a short, little stumpy dude with little dreads. I can't think of his name, but man, yeah, man.
Last time shot right now.
But nah, I feel you, man. It's just it's just reminiscing about little shit like that. Like I said, I go back, the shit be gone, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's always good to see, you know what I'm saying, progression, because I feel like, for a long time, like, like I said, driving down Mount Holly, Huntersville, like I remember having to walk that road all the way down to catch the number 1 or the number 2. To take that down to another bus off Rouse's Ferry. Yep, number 1, and then take that down to the transit. And you know what I'm saying? Like now they got the bus route all the way there. I was just like, kids would never fucking know, man. Like it was a whole thing.
Know.
But I feel like it built you different, you know what I'm saying? Like it puts you in a different place when I don't know, I feel like when I listen to music, like when I listen to your music, and I'm gonna be real about this. I listen to your music, I listen to Luke, I listen to shit. I definitely to go behind like certain tracks, and it definitely really just make me feel like I'm driving down the street. It made me really feel like I'm driving through Charlotte, and that's a vibe that is very rare. And I'm always so close. You know what I'm saying? I'm displaced from the city right now. So yeah, so definitely big shout out to y'all for that.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we know. We're just trying to keep the flag flying, man.
Already.
So that's trying to keep that flag flying. We're trying to And I like the direction that the Charlotte scene is going. It's picking up pretty damn good. A lot of us are finally being taken seriously. After
What do
so
you think
many
it took
years
that?
of,
Yeah. What was that spark?
I'm gonna have to say in the past couple of years, the baby.
Okay.
Before that, Luke was signed to Dreamville.
Mm-hmm.
You have guys like Anthony Hamilton and them, but that's like
Yeah.
older. That's not our
It's a
generation.
different generation. Exactly. Yeah.
So I would have to say folks like Luke, the baby, and as of later, like now, you got folks like um Mavi, you got Jamonte. Those guys on the real rap guys, they taking
Right.
off. They being
You recognize on a
being
whole
put
different
in
level.
up there, like they are up there, like on levels that we're not even really like thinking about, and it's crazy that they are from Charlotte. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Bobby from Charlotte, from Cleveland. No, he's from Akron, but he been here like half his life. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
it's a
yeah, but
different
it's
vibe.
crazy. Yeah,
When you see us on
it's
that screen, you know, on that scale, you know, I used to have the conversation, you know, all the time. Like you say, those two names that you mentioned, you know, Lou and the baby. When you see them on that scale, you're just like, man, like damn, like these, you know, it's crazy to see people putting on for Charlotte like that. Because the closest thing we had next to that, you know, was maybe J. Cole. You know, as far as like a big person. Even if you were looking underground, you know, you had other people like Little Brother.
yeah,
That's a whole nother
yeah,
thing. But I feel like
yeah.
yeah, it was crazy to see it just on that, on that big scale. Like it was like, man, like
It it's it's and it, like I said, yeah, it's a breath of fresh air to see folks from Charlotte to be on that big scale.
mm-hmm.
Proud of North Carolina, proud of North Carolina, but to be from the same
Yes, sir.
area code as a great,
Yeah.
that should like you know what I'm saying, like that shit should like push you like I don't know what's a good example like when Aaron Rodgers looked up to Brett Favre when he was on the sideline like now look at this nigga, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
great,
No.
you just turned great because you just practicing, you've been studying, and these niggas be around you. And
Representation matters, man. Representation matters. When you see somebody from your own spot go up, man, it's a whole different vibe, man. It's definitely a whole different
right,
vibe. And
I
I
fuck with all the guys.
for sure. And I think one thing that I had to think about, I think that is one of those, I guess, I ain't gonna say, well, I'll just say, yeah, it is unfortunate. Once you get a lot more clout as a city when it comes to the rap game, when it comes to all this shit like that, people start to want to act a certain type of way. Cause it's like now it's like they feel like maybe they gotta start acting like, what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like they just need to do more than what they've been doing before, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, do you feel like that's possibly a direction that it could be leading in, or do you think that Charlotte is kind of gonna be above that shit as much as we can? Because I feel like, depending on the blunt, I might answer that question differently. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah. Depending on the person, I feel like I think I said this shit to somebody the other night. To be honest, the reason why I also like the way that the Charlotte scene is going is because we're starting to weave out the folks that's like not taking the shit seriously.
Mm,
We're starting to notice it because we already know we know that it's hard to do it here because this not the market.
yeah,
Like this bottom line, Charlotte is not the market for rap shit. They don't even support us like that. Like they be
for
turning us down when it goes to like trying to do shows at venues and shit. Like it's hard to do this shit. Now it's COVID, nigga, please. Like
sure.
so I wouldn't say it's like a system as to figuring out who's who, but you can tell who's who when the outside notice you. Like when Pitchfork shouted out Jamonte,
Mm-hmm.
the only nigga from Charlotte I believe who got a Pitchfork if it wasn't Loot already.
Yeah.
The only nigga that I know that got write up from Pitchfork and they they big as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
when it's something like that, like then they notice you. When it's something like Mavi having his face being on them big ass jumbotrons in the middle of Times Square,
Yeah.
then they want to like, okay, yeah, Charlotte artist,
Yeah.
we doing it. Nah, like we been doing it. You just now noticing
Now you
because
just
we're doing it
noticing it.
outside. And a
For
lot of
sure.
people, and it's a human thing, you know. People who've been knowing you for so long, they ain't been doing shit, but then you just starting to do shit, but they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't shit because you was standing there right beside them
You
when y'all
acting
wasn't
different.
doing shit.
You acting different.
I just like
Man.
like what currency say? Like what currency say just said on this last year? Like we all got the same 24. You decided to sit in your ass. I decided to get some cash. Like
Literally had the same opportunities, but I just did something different with it. Now I'm wrong, man. Is
that's what
man,
it be, man.
yeah, I felt that, man. I
That's
felt
what it
that.
be.
I think Mazia said it on the Breakfast Club. He was saying that he felt that he had to leave Sacramento to blow because he said, you know, in his own city there were so many different politics between a whole bunch of people that loved him, a whole bunch of people that hated him, regardless of the situation. He felt like he had to leave to blow. So, like, my question for you: do you feel the need, or do you feel like you would do you feel like if you wanted to get to that point that you would need to leave the city? Do you feel like, or do you feel like it's just kind of like a, you know, a game of patience?
I can leave the city to go do shows.
Got you.
I don't have to leave the city to like far as like living.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like that aspect. No, I don't understand. Like, but of course, like you can't do Coachella in Charlotte, nigga. The fuck?
That's fact. Yeah, that's a big fact. And I mean, but what's crazy though is like I feel like I'll talk to certain people and that reality is kind of like, you know, but this is there, or this is here, or this is there. They're just like, well, yeah, I get that, but you know, I'm cool here.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and I'm not saying that, you know, saying there's nothing wrong with being okay with what you're doing, but I guess the issue that I have would be the same people that be complaining about their position. I'm just like, you ain't trying to do nothing to change it, man.
I'm
Like
trying to do
literally,
shit.
all you gotta do is go. You know, put yourself in
That's
those
all you gotta
positions.
do.
Humble yourself for what, you know what I'm saying?
Have
Like,
have some willpower or something, bro.
man,
Be willing to want to do some shit, man.
yeah.
Niggas don't want to get up off their ass, don't want to get no cash, and they come last.
Hey, what's a situation you remember you were in that you had to like I'll say like some wild shit that you had to do, but it put you in a better position. Like I don't know if you watched the Wu-Tang show, but you know how they pretty much like
Okay, so I had to
rush the stage
I had to
type
do
shit.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, like I had to bust a jug or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Easy release the
you know, don't incriminate
no, those after 7 years they can't do shit. Can't do shit, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I done kicked those. I done ran in people's cribs. I done ran through windows, man. I done ran niggas' cars, man.
No, I mean, like as far as like to get on to something that had to do with like music relation, like something that had to do like
I
like
had to
oh,
get some
okay.
money to pay for
He's like, I said what I said, man. Nah, I feel that
I
shit,
had
man.
to get a couple dollars. No, because
Yeah.
but at the same time, this how I played shit. Like I still had to be like my mama's boy, you know what I'm saying? I still had to be her, you know, her baby, whatever. So what I was the type of guy I was, like I had to still be good in my mama's eyes. Like
Man.
no matter what I did, I still gotta be good in her eyes. Every time she see me, she still gotta smile. So
for sure.
And that's how I always played it. And it probably wasn't up until I was probably like 25 when I finally told her, like, yeah, I used to do X, Y, and Z. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Get your ass out of here.
It's crazy how that happens, man. Like I remember when my mom found out that I wasn't a virgin no more. Like it was like years prior to, right? I remember she, man, I tried to tell you, broke her heart, man. And my sister was looking at her like, the fuck? But broke her heart because I couldn't do no wrong in her eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right,
it's
right.
like that, man. But so
It's
it was.
like that.
I'm glad you tapped on that, man. I think that how we come up and the people around us, definitely have a huge influence on our everyday. You know what I'm saying? It just whether it is our creative process, whether it is just shit waking up every fucking day and just getting the motivation just to
Mm-hmm.
get up and go. So with that being
Mm-hmm.
said, that's like hitting our mental health. Like, how do you feel about mental health? Like, do you do mental health check-ins, shit like that?
It's very important. Top 3 on my list. It needs to be taken more seriously.
For sure.
I feel like we joke. I feel like when we joke, when I see it on the internet, Twitter and shit, Instagram, when I see jokes about folks, sometimes these folks don't be knowing no better.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? People always got a lot of access to a lot of, technology, phones, laptops, cameras, whatever.
Yep.
So when shit go viral, a lot of shit might go viral on accident. A lot of people might be having like you be seeing motherfuckers be spazzing.
Yeah.
Everybody be laughing like, man,
But
my
it's like a
nigga
whole.
fucked
They
up
having
for
a
real, for
whole
real.
fucking yeah.
Yeah, they have like a whole episode and to be for real, and then they got to go home and deal with that shit. And then now
Mm-hmm.
when they find out they become viral off some serious shit to them, like that shit could be, what
It
I'm
could be
saying? It might
the
be
last
one of,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, like that might be the last time we hear from bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like, so that shit do be serious. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm a jokester. I try to find humor in everything
Yeah.
because life is already hard as shit. But when it comes to like shit like that, I don't even try to see that shit
For
because
sure.
I already know how it goes. Like I done been through my fair share of episodes, and it's not a good look. It's not a good feel,
Yeah.
and it can be fucking a detrimental thing for real.
It
So
could
I
be
feel
hella
like it does
detrimental.
need to be. It needs to be like taken more seriously, especially like when people. It feels like it needs to be to me. It needs to be truth on both sides. It needs to be truth from the person who's asking you, like, "Yo, how you
Mm-hmm.
doing?" You need to be truthful when you ask that question and be ready for whatever somebody gives you.
For sure.
So when they ask that, the receiver person has to tell the truth. Now you don't have to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody if it's somebody that you consider a friend, whatever, you're gonna tell them the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell you what, I'm good, I'm all right, I'm straight, I'm
I'm all
cool.
right. Yeah.
Nigga, no, you're not.
Exactly.
No, you're not.
I felt that shit. I definitely
No,
felt
you're
that shit.
not.
'Cause I feel like majority of the people that I talk to on a regular day basis, I'm probably not telling you the truth. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't homie, you know what I'm saying, you're my wife, yeah, you ask me, I'm gonna try my best. Even, I ain't gonna lie, even with my wife, sometimes, if I ain't ready to talk about it, I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm good,
Now that it's like, yeah, it's like you like, you know what I'm saying? You say, yeah, I'm straight, I'm all right, you can show signs of you being
Yeah,
you're like, I don't feel
yeah,
like talking about it right now. She's like, all right, but when you say that, excuse me, just let them know, like, yeah, I don't feel like talking about it. Whoever you telling that to, and whoever's hearing that shit, they be like, and they understand, like, okay, that's cool, because
yeah,
that's validating your emotions. If you be like, I don't feel like talking about it, and they be like, why you don't want to talk about it? Why do they gaslighting you? And that's fucked up.
They
That's
make it
fucked
seem
up.
like
That's
how
wrong
you
for
feel
them.
don't matter, for sure.
Right. That's fucked up. They need to understand, like, if you don't feel like talking about it, they don't feel like talking about it. And they also need to understand if you fucking vent, they need to
Yeah,
understand what that's about too, and just let that be what it is. Don't you know what I'm saying? It has to be on both
you don't got to
sides.
respond to everything. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
I
It
felt
has to
that
be on
shit,
both
man.
sides. So mental health is like it's up there for me.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, and also keeping on the same line with mental health, talking about things that can drive us, saying crazy. As far as your music goes, has it been any of your music that has been inspired by a female or you know what I'm saying, some shit that you done been through. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, usually, you know what I'm saying, there's usually a song or like a track or maybe even a mindset, you know what I'm saying. There's some shit that done happen and you just had to put pen to pad, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, women in mental health, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It'll do it. It'll do it.
Yes, sir.
It'll do it. So with that, the first song you said, actually, you said it. You said Champagne and Whiskey.
Champagne. Yeah, yes, sir.
That was on some freaky shit. That's what it was. It was just
Got you.
some freaky shit.
Yeah.
That was that, and I always had to say Ray Charles Eyes.
Okay.
And
that's a Neo Nick too, right?
No, Ray Charles Eyes on 3.
That's on 3. Okay.
Last record. Yeah, that's the last record. Speaking of Ray Charles Eyes, I wrote that song the day after my birthday because on my birthday I took some acid for the first time, and I told one of my homegirls, Mariah, Peculiar Hippie. That's probably the next person you need to interview. That's the homegirl.
Wait, okay.
She was in the living room. We was at Phil's house. She was in the living room, and I looked over. I was like, I feel like Ray Charles Eyes.
Yo, what did she say to you?
Same shit you did. The same shit you did.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yo, this is wild. Oh. I said, yo, that took me the fuck out, man. I swear to God, it'd be the simple things, man. It'd be the simple things. I thought there was like a deep ass fucking reason.
That's about as deep as it got.
Oh man. Oh shit.
That's about as deep as it got, my boy. I said I felt just like Ray Charles Eyes. And what the fuck is that?
Man, for y'all listening to this on the audio, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck is all that commotion? Don't even worry about it. Yo, that is fucking hilarious, G. Ray Charles Eyes, man. That's wild. But yo, that's crazy because I feel like those be the simplest fucking things that it's just like, why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Like T-Pain when he said, when he wrote I'm at the bartender, or I'm in love with the strip. No, I'm at the bartender.
You talking about the song when he was talking about on 85 South Show?
When he was saying he was talking to his wife or something like that. He was like kind of just like playing it and putting it together or something.
Okay.
It was one of his, you know, earlier big hits that he said he was just sitting there and he just started rapping. Man, T-Pain is so top tier.
No, okay,
top tier and most underrated.
If you haven't already, the 85 South Show, shit, if you can, watch it when you get some time today.
For sure.
85 South Show T-Pain interview.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
It's like 3 gems. It's like 3 gems on there that you never knew about T-Pain, bro. Fire.
Word.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
I'm definitely gonna check that out, man. Cause I feel like, you know, he's one of those artists that he has such a unique position, and for some odd reason got attacked at so many different levels and from the top down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when you think about death to the auto-tune, like, why Jay-Z have to do that?
Because it was taking out that rap shit. It's still now, nigga. Hey, it's niggas now that will argue now like they don't fuck with like Gunna type music, Thug type music, Cardi type, Playboy Cardi type music, Uzi type. They don't Future, all that shit. They don't fuck with none of that because it's wiping out their music. It's wiping out the hip hop shit. It's gonna always be there. It's gonna always be there. But
I don't understand why everybody just don't have their own lane. Like I personally didn't feel like it was wiping out anything. I just feel like there's this type of rap, this type. It's like when I was coming up, you had gangster rap, you had book backers. The book bag, and then backpacker, excuse me.
Backpack.
Yeah, backpack. Yeah. And then your underground, you had so many different genres, and you went to wherever you needed to go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you went to where you needed to go for that type of music. You know what I'm saying? So
it's the demand.
Okay, the demand. You think the demand is high? It's higher for I mean, shit. The numbers don't lie. I guess it's higher for that little baby shit.
It's higher for a Soulja Boy than it would be for an Ice-T.
That's an analogy for that ass. Okay, I definitely I feel that, man. Maybe that's why Soulja Boy trying to get so much validation now. And honestly, I feel like he has a lot of points because coming up in the era of Soulja Boy, it's like he was that person. He was the first to do a lot of that shit. Then it just gets funny after that. It'd be like first person to drink coffee on the podcast. Like he just gets crazy after that. He just gets wild. But yo, bring this off. Yeah, he really do, man. Bring this all full circle, man. As far as upcoming projects, I know you said you had some shit in the bag and you had a few different collaborations in the bag, but like what can we look forward to next with you, and like when can we look forward to seeing that?
When? I want to say springtime. I want to say summertime. Might chill through the fall. I might do like drop. Well, I'm trying to drop videos all through the year.
Word.
That's the videos. I'm just gonna try to just put them out. But as far as projects, yeah, probably like springtime, summertime for sure. The fall, I'm gonna try to get like some big shows going on. Then probably slap. I probably slapped the last installment of Neo Nick.
Well, you gonna finish off that one? Damn.
I might just go ahead and finish off. I'm actually planning it right now as live. I'm actually planning it right now because I think about it all the time, but I just move like I said because it's seasons for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's seasons for like the type of music that I want to put out for that.
Yeah.
So if I can just do what I need to do during the spring and summer, it would be perfect.
Okay.
It would be perfect for Neil and Nick. It would be perfect for Neil and Nick. And then I'm gonna bring that full circle because the 2 and 3, which is like solo. The first one I had features. 2 and 3 I didn't. So
got you bringing it off. Okay. But I like that cadence too. Yeah, that's a good cadence to have because I feel like coming into it to show yourself, be able to I feel like anybody can hop on a song with a feature, but to have a whole project or a couple projects, solo shit that really that's gonna set you different. That's gonna set you apart in the crowd. At least for me, so I consider myself a real study of the game. That's gonna set you apart. But then going back into it and be like, all right, cool, I can still work with people. Understand I'm not just completely by myself, some type shit. So yeah, I can definitely appreciate that, man. For sure, man. But yeah, man, with that being said, man, I appreciate you coming on to the show again, man. It's been a real good talking to you, man. That shit was hilarious.
I appreciate you having me.
Already, man. Already. And,
hold on. I'll give you the story about that day before we slide.
Go ahead.
I'll give you the story before we slide. Okay, so this is Jock Neil Nick this year. No, last year. Before that, let me see. My birthday was so I turned 30. I turned 30 this year in March.
Okay.
The year before that, I was turning 29, right? Okay. So it was my birthday. And my homeboy had Callis had gave me Jamonte. He had gave me a half tab of some acid. He's like, but try it out. He was like, you can try it if you try it. If you want to try it, you can try it. It ain't like he forced me, no shit like that. I knew what it was. I already knew what the thing was, bro. He ain't trying to put me under no shit, no woo woo. I knew what I was. I know I was getting into. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna try it. Fuck it. I'm turning 29. I ain't doing shit up. I'm chilling. I ain't got no plan. Fuck it. So I take the shit. Bet. He was like, all right, it take about an hour 30. I said, cool.
Damn,
So
that's anxiety like a motherfucker. Just waiting.
yes, nigga, because that's all I'm thinking about when this motherfucker about to kick in. That's probably hiding already because I'm waiting like a motherfucker. So I'm motherfucking damn. So we driving to brush spot. I'm like, I gotta get the brush spot before this shit kick in. I'm not trying to be driving while on acid at all.
Yeah.
So I get the brush spot. Boom, bet, good. From here on out, I'm not driving shit. I'll ride a back seat, whatever. So I ride with these niggas to the motherfucking gas station. So now it's about like an hour done passed. I know we done chill for a little minute, whatever, and we struck out to the stove. Bet. We get to the stove. We on Glenwood on the west side.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the stove. I get out, and it's a dude. He bumping Jeezy. I was like, and that shit just
took over your soul.
That shit kicked in. Last time I checked, I was men in
these streets.
Said, nigga, what? Call me genuine. I'll blow in these beats. I was like, nigga, that shit turned me up. That shit took me back to 09.
Hey,
back when I was on the block.
Hanging halfway out the window.
Bullshit. Nigga, I was in front of the stove. Like, yeah, standing like I was on the block. Bumping to this Jeezy. Nigga, I'm 29 years old.
Homie got that pumping his gas like.
And I'm over here like this. I'm thugging too. I'm thugging hard. On some acid. I said, man, get the...
Yo, this shit is fucking crazy.
I'm thugging hard. I'm thugging crazy.
Yo, what your homies was doing though?
Laughing. Laughing. So we leave. Get back to the crib. I'm supposed to be cooking fried chicken.
Yeah,
Man,
I heard about it. Okay.
Think straight. Oh, the fried chicken stupid. The fried chicken on fire. But that night, I could not do anything. But I clean chicken, put chicken down, turn the grease on, and then forget what to do next.
And they was probably just sitting there looking at your ass like, what the fuck?
I'm turning around and everything. I'm thinking about a whole bunch of shit. I ain't thinking about no fucking food. I'm supposed to be cooking. So my man Matt, he come through, he cooked the food. So after that, you know, it was just smooth sailing after that. Just ride the wave after that.
Sheesh.
I started self-reflecting and shit. Then that's how the fucking song Ray Charles' Eyes came about, because I started fucking self-reflecting about the shit I've been through. And then it kind of made a little bit of science to me, as to where like Ray Charles himself had to do the shit that he had to do because he was blind.
Yeah.
He had to like rely on a lot of shit. I kind of like thought how it was, and I kind of like felt like that in that moment, because I was self-reflecting. So I was like, the shit that I wrote about was like past shit.
You wrote
like
it while you was on the trip?
Yeah. Like, I just
shit.
felt it.
That's
I
another
felt
shit.
it like
Okay.
that. Like I felt it like that. And it was my man CJ cooked that motherfucker up. He had the beat already. He been singing the beat. And that night, I don't know why I listened to it. Cause I guess I was back in 09. I had my phone in my ear like this. I'm thugging still. I'm listening to anything. I'm thugging. Yeah. I'm thugging.
I was like, you had on the goddamn flight jacket again with the orange on the inside.
This when COVID jumped off though. This is when Charlotte shut down. This was like, cause we were supposed to go to Player Made that night. It was supposed to be a big night for me that night. Just on some birthday shit. But that's when COVID shut down and we just chilled at the crib and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's when the acid. I felt the acid for like a day and a half.
Oh damn. Dang, so you got it. So you shouldn't have nothing to do if you decide to try that shit. Just like cancel out the whole 2 days.
couldn't even go to sleep.
What the
I took a nap. I took a damn nap. But when I woke up, I felt energized though. That was crazy.
That's wild, man. That probably just goes to show up what your body really needs to be able to get busy.
Yep. And then I wrote it. That next morning. I wrote the shit the next morning.
Man, I'm about to go re-listen to that shit right now, man. Cause now that I know the shit, I'm gonna try. Now that I know the backstory, man, that's crazy.
And I'm like, damn. And when I recorded and I heard, I said, damn, I really just poured. Cause I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'll talk to people, but I ain't too much of a like, you know, pouring out my feelings type motherfucker. Yeah, I ain't. I can give you that, and then you like, all right, you can assess after that, but
yeah. So, hey, I guess whatever you need to take you to that level, for real.
That's what music is, though. Like that's my way of opening up.
Yeah.
Ray Charles' Eyes is a song of me opening up.
For sure.
I got another song on Neonic 2 called One for Cuz, and that's the first record.
One
and
for
I'm
Cuz,
talking about my brother being locked up. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, so when I rap, I talk about real shit. Yeah. And when I do the player shit, you know, I talk about like, you know, that cool shit. You know?
And I mean, it is very straight to the point. I think you say, you know, because he the type to run up on you like phone check, nigga. Like, it's really just straight to the point. Like, I'm saying this shit. I can appreciate that, man. Yeah. Hey, man. All right, man. Like I said, man, full circle, bro. I really appreciate you being out here, man. And like I'm the type of person, man, you know, connection like this, genuine connection, man. We locked in, bro. We definitely gonna keep talking, man. And I'll let you know when I'm back into the city. And if you ever end up back out here on the West Coast, man, shit, just let me know. And you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely link up for sure, man. But like I said, shout out to everybody out there, everybody that we mentioned today. Like I said, Skinny J, to Kobe Hines, Lou, Elevator J, all them, the baby, all them cats. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody out there. But yeah, but before we get off of here, man, plug yourself in, man. Tell everybody where they can follow you and where they can listen to your music.
Okay. Cuzo Key. You can search that on anything. Twitter and Instagram _Cuzo Key. The music is on all major streaming platforms. I have my Clubhouse, Himalaya Players Only. I do that randomly throughout the week. So if you want to catch up on that, just have to follow me and hit the notification button so you can keep the alerts going, and it'll show you every time we lock in. I also share it on the Twitter and Instagram, so if you follow me on there, you'll see it on that as well. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's just like that, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Once again, like I said, hey, I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram after this, man. But yeah, y'all keep it tuned, man. This is another episode of Country Fan Mail Podcast. First episode of the year. You already know we had to do it for the foe out here. Y'all stay up.
Know it.
Strike up. Hey, bitch, I rolled up, pulled up to the spot and then I scrolled up. Hey, drinking moonshine when I pull up. Yeah, I'm still on the grind, never slowed up. Cause I got up off my ass and got this cake up. Northside Himalayas, hanging with the players, and I'm making plays, bro.